Very good morning to you. I'm super excited because we're doing something very new today, something very different. So I have been thinking how I can encourage people to make more of their own designs and how we could do different bits of pieces together. So what I came up with is Creation Station, where we're gonna create something together. And I have been playing with these pearls for quite some time, and I got a couple of different designs. But we're gonna do something today, which, well, actually, I'm not quite comfortable with it because we're gonna make designs live. So it might gonna work perfectly, it might not work, but I want your input in there to tell me that what do you want to use with it, your ideas, so we sort of brainstorm together and do things together, and then you can sort of see as well the how particular patterns or how things evolve as I'm designing here at home as well. So hopefully it will inspire you to play with more with your beads and do sort of all sorts of weird and wonderful things, and just I just play, I just sit down and play. If you are new today, please put new in the comments and tell us where you're watching from, because we are I love meeting new people. We are a lovely little community here, and everybody is really welcoming. Everybody, it's just a little meeting point, I guess, for people. And I know some of you talk to each other outside of the Facebook, and you met here. So please put new in the comments. Tell us where you're watching from. We have people from America, from Australia, South Africa, or Sweden, all over Finland, all over the world. And I'm just sort of muffled with the power of the internet, how we can go around everywhere. So please, if you're new, put new and where you're watching from. So we love to meet you. If you are new and you don't know me, I'm Kitty Robinson with Totally Beads. I'm the creative director. I come up with all the lovely designs, playing with loads of different colors and tons of different beads, and bringing you loads of nice kits and projects. Totally Beads has been going for, oh gosh, over 15 years now. And I suppose we started as a little one-man band operation in a spare bedroom, and the business just grew and grew and grew, and we got a 7,000 square feet warehouse now, full to the brim with beads and audio related products. And we never look back. It's have been quite a journey. I love my job. So let me just quickly say hello to you all, and then I'm going to turn you down, and I'm really excited to get started. I got a couple of examples what you could do with these pearls, but I'm open to try anything today. So because I'm in my craft room, I'm sort of in the process of emptying out, because you're going to have the ceiling redone here, but I got all sorts of beads here at my fingertips, so we can try out things. So you can suggest and we can try out things, whatever you would like to do. Right, let me just very quickly say hello. Morning, Nadia, Margaret, Pamela, Debbie, Lourdes, Irene, Camille. Camille is saying quite chilly here in Wiltshire. Yes, I love this because you're giving me the weather update wherever you are. So I don't need to go and ask Alexa or don't need to ask Google or anything like that. I got the weather update, has it all around the world from right here this morning. I just really love it. The weather here is a bit windy. It was raining this morning, which I was really happy about because our garden is so dry. The plants needs the water. Good morning, Francis, Dee, Chitty, Niger, Paula, Julie, Jean, Margaret, Sue, Carol. Carol is saying it's windy and rainy in Devon. Perfect beading weather. Yes, it is a perfect day to stay in and bead if it's raining outside. Robin is saying early morning greetings, 5 a.m. to all from New Jersey, USA. Big kisses and hugs from Robin. Oh, thank you for watching us. 5 a.m. Wow, that's very early in the morning, but I did have to get up at 5 a.m. yesterday, so I know I was at Create and Craft and have to be in the studios at 7, so I have to get up at 5 a.m. so I know exactly how does that feel. Morning, Marcia, Betty, Donna. Good morning, Nadia. Nadia is saying we have sun and clear skies here in Greater London. Don't know if it lasts. Well, hopefully it will last, finger crossed. Margaret is saying it's raining here on the east. Yes, it has been raining here as well where I am this morning. Good morning, everyone. Sharon saying morning, Lorraine, Karen, Carol. Helen, right, I did respond to it in the countdown, to her comments that she can't hear sound. Now, when we are put the countdown timer on, there is no sound at the moment. I'm looking into how we can integrate music in there, but you have to bear with me because it might be 2 or 3 weeks until I get my head around it. I'm not the best with technology, you do know that. Morning, Julie, Mary, Sharon, Pamela, another Margaret, Teresa. Oh, it's Lorraine's birthday. Happy birthday, Lorraine. I hope you have a lovely day and that you get spoiled with your loved ones or anybody around you. Or, you know, I know I had my big birthday this year, so we couldn't do anything really for it, but just had a couple of friends around. But, you know, celebrate it however you can. Or you can do what I did. Things like I'm saying 2020 doesn't count. I celebrate it next year. Good morning, Sue, Annie, Paula. Sharon's asking, is the sound turned on? Yes, the sound turned on. I hope you can hear me nice and clear. Do let me know if there is any more problems with them. Oh no, that was during the countdown. I'm going through your comments. Kitty's saying, Kitty, why has your notification and countdown clock stopped showing? I have not had notification for the past 3 days, although it sticks us going. Right, so Facebook had a major update, and I'm not sure what's happening with them. Sometimes, like, you know, when you apply for our groups as well, because we got some lovely groups on Facebook, I don't see anybody's request, and all of a sudden I see like 70 people a few days later. So Facebook have had a update. I do know that in the last few days. So if you don't get the notifications, go back and press unfollow and follow the notifications, and then hopefully they will come through soon, or just leave it, and then sometimes if you restart the app itself, it can remedy that problem. But I'm not the best one to ask because I'm not the best one with all this technology, but I try my best. Pamela saying, good morning, Kitty, and Beading family, Washington State, 2 a.m. here. Ooh, 2 a.m., that's really early. Is it too early? Have you been to bed or you just got up? Welcome. I'm so happy that all of you are here, and you know, in the UK it's 10 o'clock. We start at 10 o'clock, but all around the world it's all sorts of time, and I'm just like, I'm so grateful for all of you here. Morning, Chris, Margaret. Morning, Seema, Sharon. The camera has flipped. The window is on the right, but usually on the left. That's where my window is for me when I look at it. I think because I have been using 2 different computers, I have a look in the setting, but that is where my window. So definitely. Morning, Kitty may need to disappear. Diane, good morning, Diane, Kieran, Alison. Right, there's Lorraine. There's so many of you lovelies here. Let's get started. Morning, Cheryl. She's from Lockdown, Leicester. Oh, good morning to you, lovely. I think it looks like we're all heading that way into a lockdown, but we're going to be here with you at 10 a.m. every morning, showing you little tips and techniques so you can keep yourself busy. And Lorraine is from Pennsylvania, USA. She is new. Good morning, Lorraine. Welcome to our little beauty family here. Thank you so much for watching us. Morning, Camille. Anybody has a white border up at the bottom screen? Do let me know what you're seeing, because you all on sort of different devices, and I got Leanne here with me in the office. I'm going to turn the camera. Let's say hi to Leanne. Hello, Leanne.
Hello.
And she's going to be answering any questions to you. So she's a bit more technical, so hopefully she can tell you if it might be your device or if it's ours. Right, let's get started. Sorry, good morning, Lorna, Francis. Sorry if I haven't said to you, but I'm just like really want to get started. If you have a question, please put Q in front of your question so we can easily identify, because sometimes the comments go so quickly that we miss them, and put your questions, and either me or Leanne is going to be answering it for you. Right, so I'm going to turn you down. Oh, Camille's saying, love the Lady Reveal yesterday. Actually, I had to take the one which was sitting on my desk, but I'm going to get her back. because I loved her. We launched it on Creating Craft yesterday, and it was really great success. We had the buttonman, which was designed by Christopher. We launched that, I think, the start of the summer, sometime that sort of timeline, and everybody loved him. And Christopher wanted to make a girlfriend for our buttonman, so there come Lady Rivoli with her very nice and frilly skirt. Bless her, but everybody loved her. It's just something fun to do, I guess. Right, so today we're going to be experimenting and we're going to be playing with this really lovely rice pearl beads. Now we have got a bundle on the website, and I'm just going to get this out of the bag, which comes in all sorts of different colors. Actually, let's just move these out for a second. Let's have a look at this one. So in the bundles, the colors I sort of when we choosing the colors in the factory shop for all these pearls, I made sure that you have like 2 or 3 different shades or colors what can go together. So in the bundle you will have like 3 different shades of this lovely aqua color. You will have different shades of the gray color. You have different shades of the pinks, different shades of the purples, different shades of the, where is the last one? There is the lightest purple, different shades of sort of blues and all sorts of colors, so you can make graduated color bracelets, which I'm going to show you just in a sec, or you can just pick one color and run with it and do something that goes in with the grays and the white too. So you got like a monochrome colors in them. There is 6 of them there. So you got 3 different shades of the blue, 3 different shades of the purple, 3 different shades of the aqua. You got quite a few of the monochrome range. This one goes from white to all the way to the back, and then you got your pinks and reds here at the end. I would probably put that and that and maybe that together, or that. It's more like a brownie color, but you can experiment. You can put them together however you want, or maybe the pink one more with this really light and medium pink, and yes, and keep these colors together. So I made sure you got like 3 different shades of the pearls, and I'm going to show you why. Because very simple techniques like this bracelet is a really simple technique. Guess it's a beaded bead. I did a beaded bead for the class. I think we got another birthday. They keep saying to Jenny, happy birthday, Jenny. I'm not going to sing happy birthday for you. We got another birthday as well, because my I'm tone deaf, so you don't want to hear me singing. But happy birthday for you today, Jenny, as well. Leslie's saying, I have learned so much from you and Sarah, but I'm still unsure on what materials I should use unless it comes in a kit, egg, fireline, tiger tail, etc. So that's why I wanted to start these sessions like we got started today. I called it creation station, because what we're having here is really a jewelry making journey, and creation state. Well, it's sort of just playing on the words. I guess station is obviously you would have it associated with trains and journeys, and so today we're gonna play with these pearls. Now I already played with them. I already made a couple of different patterns, but we can try something different as well here live and making something. I'll talk you through how to make this pattern. I talk you to how to do this because it's very similar, but actually I would like to try something different today as well using these pearls, and I'm gonna use size 11 seed beads. So it's, you know, I want to take you through sort of the steps how when I come up with something, how I design them. So because there is 3 different colors of those color groups in your lovely bundle there, you can make bracelets where one side of the bracelet is the darker shade and you taking it to the lighter shade on the other side. I did it with the purples and I did it with the aqua color as well. 2 of my favorite colors. You do know when I'm making something, I'm making them in either aqua, purple or blue. Can you show us sometimes how to do hubble stitch? I do put that on, I will put that on the list. Could we put a bicon in the middle to create a tennis bracelet. So have a look at this one. I haven't quite sewn the ends off, but as you can see, there is a little tennis, there's a little crystal in the middle to create a tennis bracelet, and I've added crystal rondelles 2 by 3 meters to the side to sparkle it up even more. Let me just put it against my skin because probably you will see it better like that. So you can really bling it up. But what I really want to take you through, that with a simple technique, just using a different bead, you can have different results. So here, taking just one line for my right angle weave, playing right angle weave with my pearls, doing just one line all the way through, and I came back and added the crystals to it, and all of a sudden it becomes a very different pattern you can play with. But it's just up to you. We're all different, and I think that's not sort of stressed enough, that we are all different. It comes in all sorts of different sizes, colors, etc. So we got all different tastes as well. I prefer blues and actually, what color shall we work today? We could work with any color. Shall we work with the blues? Are they going to show up nicely? Do let me know what color do you want to see, and I grab those colors and we'll work with those colors from the bundle. So we could have blues, we could have the aquas, we could have a monochrome colorway if you like. We could make with the purples if you like. Do let me know which color you prefer, and I will demo with that color. Pinks, we could do pinks. Let me just bring these up. I should have asked you when I had it all in my hand again. I'm so sorry. Just putting it at, no, I think that I put that with the red, sort of reddy browny colorway. The sort of pink, still pink, but it's got a different tinge to it, and put this with the light pink. So do let me know which color do you want me to demo. So we want these reddy browny colors, these very autumnal colors. They're quite nice. So shall we do these ones?
A lot of votes for reds.
Reds. Okay, so we're gonna. They're more like between. This is like a very light red, almost pink, and then you got a burgundy color in there, and this is more like a minky color, I guess. But I think they go nicely together. So let's do those. I'm gonna pop these down. I'm gonna try to keep them by color groups. So we can try. I'm gonna show you how to do one row, because it's gonna be, regardless if you do a triple row like this and don't decorate it, or if you do this one with the bicones, you are gonna need to do one row all the way up. So I think that is gonna be our sort of graduation if you go up to 3 rows. So I'm gonna start, which one I want more, the lighter or the dark color? I think I might start with the dark color, but equally you could have one color on one side and the other color on one side. So you could have the middle one, because one of the colors, what you're going to end up like this one here, if you do 3 rows, one of them is going to be all the way around and the other 2 is sort of attaching to it. Can you see? I hope that shows up nicely. So you could have the color, the row, which is have the color in a square, not just in sort of a little C shape, or it's in this case you're seeing a backwards C shape in the middle as well. So it's up to you. I have tried adding larger crystals to the but I didn't quite. I think they were too cumbersome. They came up too much. Maybe I need to add a seed bead in between, but you could try that as well. These are 6mm premium bicone beads from our website, and the ones in this one are 4mm. So with the 4mm, it kind of sinks inside our square, and with the 6mm, it will sit on top of it. I think I don't know, it's personal preference again, because this one is going to be really blingy. This one is going to be more sort of muted. Personal preference. This is why I say you can try different things. I'm just really giving you the tools and I'm giving you the technique here so you can play with it. Susan is saying, I would do the central all the way around to balance the pattern. Oh, Teresa's birthday as well. Happy birthday, Teresa. Andrew is saying she's a bit late, but she's liking the colors already. Right, so let's work with the darker one. And I'm just going to show you the right angle weave. So I'm just going to grab a thread here to match it. Because, and you know, actually, let me show you on this one. Superlon comes in 36 different colors, and I always show this to you. This is why there's Fireline, there's all sorts of other materials out there to do stitching with. I love the Superlon because it comes in 36 different colors. And a project like this, when you're using multicolors, you're not just going to use a, you know, the thread is going to go around all of those beads. So what I like to do when I do multicolor is to go somewhere in the middle. So it's not going to be too dark for my lightest color, but it's not going to be too light for my darkest color either. So I think it's going to be either this one or this one to put with it. I'm kind of going more towards the rose. I'll get a rose here. Or the pink. Maybe the no, let's go with this darker one, because I think that will disappear more in both of them. If I go with the pink, when I get doing the darker ones, it might not disappear quite as nice. Right, so we're gonna go with this one. So Superland comes in 36 different colors. It has a couple of sizes. There's less colors in the thinner size. More colors in the thicker, the D size, and that's why I love, because you have so many different colors. You can always match up your, I'm just looking for my new needles, because we have launched these needles last week, the Color Eye needles, where this is size 10, 11 and 12. The black ones are the size 10 ones, and they're so nice to work with, because sometimes when you keep going around patterns, you need a little bit thinner needle, just size 10, but size 12 is quite sort of a thinner needle, and you can bend it quite easily with your hand. So when I came across this size 10, 11 and 12, and I put them in a pack, so for $2.99 you get 15 needles, you get 5 of each size. Right, let's get started. So I'm just going to move some of these bits out of the way, and we're going to start with the pattern straight away.
And Kitty, your was just asking, not in this pattern, but would the rise pearls work with the Russian spiral stitch?
Yes, but you would have to have a larger bead. So you could try, actually we could try, let me just show you this, and if you have time at the end, I grab some, I think you would need size 8 seed beads with it. We could try, we could have a little go, why not? It's creation station today, so you in control just as much as I am. So going back to right angle weave, which is what's the base of this bracelet, how you're going to do that, you're going to pick up 4 of these lovely pearls, and because we're working with larger beads here, our pattern is going to grow quicker as well. So I'm taking 4 pearls, I'm going to take it down right on my, just move this towards me so I can have this right in the middle. I'm going to suspend my work on my fingers. I'm just twirling the tail around there, so I can hold on to it and it's not going to jump around. I'm going to come back through all 4 beads to make a circle. You don't have to do it in one go. You can go through 3 like I just did, and then go to the 4th one. So we're in a nice circle. Now I'm gonna pull this nice and tight. I don't like to start working right next to my tail, so I can jump in and go through that pearl again, and then I have a really nice tension to work with. Now for the next one, I'm going to pick up 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to come through that pearl, which I'm just coming out from. So I'm coming out on this side. I'm going to go around and come from the other side to create a figure of 8. So we are back with, and if I turn it, you can see it's a figure of 8. Now I need to move all the way up to be able to add further beads. So I'm going to follow my thread path around, be going around circles here and up that bead. Now as you see, we have been using right angle weave quite a bit. We did this pendant last week, which was right angle weave as well. There was another something else we did which was sort of based on right angle weave. I'm gonna let the tail go now because I got some beads to hold on to. I'm gonna pick up another 3, and then again I'm gonna go through the bead I'm coming out from. So if my thread is exiting at the top, actually what I'm gonna do here is zoom you in a little bit so you can see my hands closer. That's it, coming in. So I'm exiting on this side, then I'm going to take my needle through from the opposite side to form the next circle. And then I'm going to come through the next 2 beads to be in position so I can add further beads. Gigi's asking, can you use file line threads? Absolutely, you can use any threads you're comfortable with. I love Superlon because it comes in 36 different colors, and then you can, you can match your thread to the color of beads you are using. So the thread, when you look at it, it kind of disappears next to the beads, and it just, in my opinion, it just makes it a little bit more professional with less colors. Right, so we're going another 3, picking up another 3. Again, I'm exiting out at the top, so I'm going to come from the bottom. Now, as I go along, I do flip-flop my work, so it's the most comfortable way for me to come through my beads and grow my pattern. And again, I'm gonna go up. So going back to right, I'm just gonna keep repeating this all the way as I go along. So as you can see, we already have a couple of inches and we haven't been doing it that long. So I'm gonna carry on and add a few more of these sections.
Sue's just asking, would this work with the peanut beads using the hourglass bracelet?
Let me just add myself to the top here so you can see me. Yes, you could try with the peanut beads. I haven't tried the peanut beads. I tried the pearls because they got this lovely shape. But of course, we could have a give it a go. Why I wanted to create this sort of hour, and I'm thinking if we do like this, just sort of messing and playing around, we could do this weekly perhaps, and we could come back and have a little go and try it with the peanut beads next time. Or what I really would like to do is get you involved. So if you want, you could try it, and if you can then send me a picture of what you made, we can put it in the live. Obviously we would credit you and say who made it, you know, just to show people what you can do it. So have a little bit more sort of playing together, and not just me telling you what we're going to be doing and how we're going to be doing, but so you can get involved as well. Can you make us, Judy's asking Kitty, please can you show us how to make a knot with fine line thread? I'll dig it out because I've been packing things up. We're going to have the ceiling done on my craft room here at home. I have packed quite a lot of bits away now. I'm not sure when the builders are going to come and do it, so I have to be able to empty it as quick as I can, and it will take me a week. So I started to pack things up, and I packed my file up, but I'm going to get it out for next time and then I can show you. And Betty's saying she really likes the hourglass beads. I wish there were more colors of them now. I think we do them in about 15 different colors. Really, Anne? Would you just check?
Yeah.
Is it 12 or
Put the
15?
link on.
Or might be even more colors we do of the hourglass beads. Do check it. So I'm going through my beads all the way to the top. I got about 4 inches now, so I'm going to carry on. And I am going to go through a few more beads. And actually, I don't know if you personally follow me, Kitty Robinson Design. I do on Sunday nights. I do a little bit of sort of just tell you about my week. It's a bit more personal, I guess. Do have a look. It's usually Sunday at 7 p.m. But this Sunday after that session or before that session, whenever people are available, I would like to do test a few bits of pieces what I would like to implement into the lives and do things. So if you have got time on Sunday, either on late afternoon or early evening, can you private message me on Kitty Robinson Designs, because I need a few people to be able to test a live feed with. So I love to, if you have got time, I love to, I need some people help, because otherwise, I can test it on my husband, but it would be nicer to test it with like-minded people, and I really need to know how you think things. Because I think I'm having my craft room done and having things sort of changed around, giving me an idea to come up with a few different things. Oh, Simon's posting on there as well. Right, so let me just go through, add a few more of these bits. And just add. Right, so if you just joined us, I am doing these, this is creation station, we call this session. So we just kind of playing around with bits. I'm showing you a few bits how to make. We can test bits. Lorna just asked if we could do these pearls with right angle weave. So no, are we doing right angle weave? God, and it's only Thursday. She asked if Russian spiral would work. So we give it a go at the end and have a look. So this is a session I wanted to create, which is sort of led by you as well. A bit more interaction, asking questions, doing things. I have played around with these pearls quite a bit. We have got a lovely bundle on there on our website. So if you want to play with them, do give them a go. Right, I think that's about the right length. No, I need one more little square, and then I'm gonna add I haven't picked up enough. Let's just take this back quickly. I'm gonna come back on my stuff actually, and I'm gonna show you how to add the bits of pieces on the top of it. And I'm not sure, hopefully we have time for everything to show you the bead as well, because that's what has to go on the end first, and then you would add the loop on the other side. But let's just play around and add bits of pieces into the middle. Right, I'm just pulling, I'm just threading my thread. I just have to jump back because instead of 3 beads I just picked up 2, so it happens to all of us. And sometimes it works that you can stitch backwards, but most of the time you do get your thread caught, so you have to undo your needle and go back. Right, I'm going to pick up 3 definitely this time. 1, 2, 3. I'm adding my last square, and I'm going to weave myself right to the top. Now, depending on if you want to add the side crystals, or if you just want to add the little 4mm bicons to the top, you always want to add the bicons first, because you're trying to go through those middle rice pearls, and if you add the side first, then that sort of blocks the hole. But it doesn't block the hole, but it still will sit in front of it. So we're going to add the crystal first, and I'm just going to grab some crystals. So because we're using a reddy color, I'm going to go and let me just grab these. I've got a few different reds in the crystals. So let's see which one's gonna be good for us. I think something darker, because that will really we show up on this one, and then we do the lighter colors, it will show up on those as well. Or we could do maybe a pinky minky color. Now putting the red next to it might not. One sec. I think I'm gonna go with a pinky minky color. Just to change things. Oh, I think that would go nicer. Or the amethyst color would go nice as well. This is what's good about doing this, that you can see that I put the red next to it, and when I actually thought that that was gonna work, and I'll bring the red back and show you, it's not. So often this is what I do. I get my colors out, and I'm gonna get the red one out here as well.
Vicky, Lorna is asking, are the rice beads the same size as the crystals from the crystal barrel bracelet here? If so, they would make a lovely pill version.
The barrel beads are bigger. So these are 6mm. Is it 6? They 3x6 or 3x7? 3x6 in size. And the barrel beads are bigger. So your squares with that would be much bigger as well.
Yeah, the glass pill rice beads 4x7.
Right, so like putting the red next to it, it will show up on it, but it's not quite, I suppose, right for my eyes. So I'm going to go to more of a pinky or purpley color. And this is what I do usually when I design things, and I just put colors as I go along next to it, and then just look at it, just stop and just look at it. And even if sometimes I stitch 2 or 3 beads on there, and they're not quite like what I'm seeing, I will go back, take that color off, and add a different color on top of it. I'm going to go with this lighter pink color. I think that's going to look really nice. But if we do these in mixes on the website, so you just get your mix out and just see which color goes the best. Now you only need a few of these, and all you're going to do is you're right at the top, after adding your last little square, you're taking it all the way to the top. You're going to pick up a crystal, you're going to bring your thread diagonally across and just go through the next vertical pearl in front of you. Now when you pull this up, and if you pull it tight, it will change the sort of the shape of your pearls. So just try to keep it a little bit loose when you're adding your crystals onto the top, because once you go to the sides, that will then remedy it, and it will make it nice and straight. But now thinking, how much did that pull? Can I get away adding a seed bead in there? Oh, I think that would be might be quite nice, because here you can see your thread path quite a bit, and I'm not liking. I like the crystal, but I don't like to see that thread path. So creation station moment. We're gonna need to have a little sound or something. Creation station moment. I'm gonna change this, and I'm gonna take it back, take those crystals off, and I'm gonna add a seed bead to either side and see what happens. And I think that will be the right, possibly the right size. taking this one back. I got seed beads here as well. I would like a nice, and I know which color I'm going to use because I use these colors all the time. So they all sort of, my colors are stored in a lovely little, I think this one, because this would go nice with the other colors as well. This is PF554. Or I could use the rose gold color. No, I'm going to go with that one. Or any colors. I guess I got most of them here. So we're going to use this. This is when we bring the other two pearls in, it's going to go nicely because it will bring the colors together. So this is like a PF554. It's got a pink tint to it, but it's got that hazel color in there as well. So I think it will bring the colors together nicely once we add the other two pearls in there. So I'm gonna try this again. One seed bead, one crystal, another seed bead, taking it across, and I'm gonna go, so this is coming out at the top, and I'm gonna take my thread from the bottom to the top. I would, if I restrung my, oh dear, this Thursday. I did have an extremely long day yesterday. I woke up at 4 a.m. I was supposed to get up at 5 and sort of dozing back until 5, but this is the first time I was back at the studios after 6 months, and I was really excited, I think, to get back to, I was outside of my county the first time. That sits better. So you can see, let me add a few more, and then you can see now that we added a seed bead, and it's what easy, just easy as that. We added a seed bead next to our, and actually I'm looking at this now, even though with one seed bead, I might just 2 seed beads. It sits better. So it's already, they are sitting better and they're nicer, but I can still see that thread at the end. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to add 2 seed beads. So this is how, when I do patterns, this is how the magic happens, I guess, that you're just trying. You just sit down, try a couple of little stitch and see what happens. And if that doesn't work, take your thread back, try another one. And if that doesn't work, then do it again. And sometimes I try things maybe 5 or 6 different times. Sometimes it works for the first or second time. It really just, this is how things happen. You just play around. Just cut the end of the thread. And we add my needle. Susan is saying you need a bigger crystals. I have tried it with big crystals, so these are 6 mils, and I think they just sit too much to the top. I want something which is sort of sinks inside my pattern. So let's pick up 2 seed bead, a crystal, and another 2 seed bead. But then we can go and try it with perhaps 5 mil. I think, and if I push that down, I think that will sit there nicely. I'm not sure about 2 seed beads. I liked it better with just 1 seed bead. Actually, let's just do a couple more and see what happens, because sometimes when you do any pattern, or you're working with a particular color, it's you need to do a little bit more before you can see it.
And Carol said that's why we love your patterns. You have done all the hard work.
Oh, I think, yeah, I think this is going to look nice. Oh, thank you, Carol. But this is how it happens. This is how we work things out. This is how we do things. And actually, we could just call this a triad strip. No, I think that will look nice. And I have got bigger crystals, so let me add a couple more of this. And we add, sometimes I just want to go try back with 1 seed bead on either side one more time. And if I push this inside the pattern, because now that sits too much to the top with the 2 seed beads. And I got some larger crystal bicons here, and we tried it as well. So if I want to push it in, perhaps the one works, but with the 2 it sits on the top. I am just gonna grab one of those crystal bicons. Here we go.
James asking, would it work with another colour rice going across the middle also?
Yeah, try that as well. So let me just grab a larger crystal and we try that. So this is, let's try this one. We got 5mm and 6mm here. So trying 5mm crystal. Just getting a couple off. Right, so let's try just the crystal on itself. I think, again, it's too, not, you know, the crystal is big enough now, because if I go to 6mm, it's going to sit too much to the top. So I think, let's try it with 1 seed bead on either side. Pull this up. Yeah, I think that looks nice. 5mm crystal. So went up. If I turn it this way, you can see like the 4mm here with 1 seed bead either side, that really goes in the pattern and it's quite flat. The 4mm with 2 seed beads does sit on the top, so you can sort of see it. I quite like this look when it seeps inside there. The 5mm on its own, it's okay, but you can still see the threads. The 5mm with 2 seed beads either side, a seed bead either side, it's again sitting on the top quite a bit. Let's just do one more of that and pull this up tight. I do like it. I think it looks nice as well. So let's try if I add the rice pearl on the top, and I'm going to add a different color so we can really see it. So let's try this one. Just the pearl on its own. Pulling it through. That sits on the top as well nicely. Now let's do one more of this, and then we add a couple of seed beads to the side and see what happens. I'm going to pick up a seed bead to either side. Just like that. Do a couple of these so you can see. Right, let's have a look at that now. I think that looks nice as well, actually, just using the pearl itself, and either with or without the seed beads. I quite like this. So that's another idea for you. So you could use crystals. We did 4mm crystal with 2 seed beads. I think that sits too much to the top. I didn't quite like it. I like the 4mm crystal with 1 seed bead on either side, because it sits inside your little square. 5mm on its own, again, threads are showing. I think with the crystals you need the seed beads next to it. The original sample I did, it was just the 4mm crystals, but you can see quite a lot of thread there. So experiment whichever you like the best. Again, the pearls on the top, I quite like the look of that as well. I didn't think of that. See, they said thank you very much. Who was that you said? To try. What about size 15 seed beads? Yes, you could try that as well. So we can try the 4 and the 5mm. Let me just grab size 15s. Have we got my pinky colors in size 15? Yeah, I think in one of the boxes. Just bear with me 1 second and I grab some out. No, they haven't. Pop these back up. Oh, there they are. We're hiding. My size 15s were hiding. So let's try a size 15. I'm going to go for a very similar color. Pop a few just there. And let's see what happens when we use size 15s. And I'm going to give you homework. I'm going to ask you to go away and do it, do a full bracelet, and then come back and show us next week. Do PM me the pictures. So if you private message me the pictures, then I can put the pictures in the live as we go alongside. I'm gonna. It says size 15 seed beads with the 4mm. I think that looks actually quite good. Who suggested a size 15? Debbie. Thank you very much, Debbie. I think that looks actually better than that's the size 11 there, and here's the size 15. That looks much better. Let's just do one more of this, because sometimes you need to be able to see a couple of squares so you can see that how it forms quite nicely. Yeah, I think the size 15s work quite well there. I do like that. Now let's try the size 15s with the larger crystal. Just there. That's quite nice as well. I'm liking these size 15s with it. They look great. So let's see, in this case, we use the same beads, because when you looked at it, you might think, oh, it doesn't look quite nice or quite bright. It is nice actually, but it's not 100% nice, if you know what I mean. And then we just change the seed beads, and all of a sudden, look, that's, even with the 5mm ones, it looks so much better. So you just needed that little bit more delicate feel to the bracelet by changing the seed beads to a smaller size, or sometimes you need to change it to a larger size. Now I'm just going to add another one of the crystals. Actually, let's just take one more of this and try size 15 with the rice pearl at the end here. How would that sit? And I'm going to go through and pull this up. Now I think, yeah, that sits nicer as well. So with the 11s, you can see the 11s almost turning up there. With the 15s, they sit nicer. So yeah, instead of 11s, use 15s, and that's it. We just sort of playing around and looking at different things. So we filled up our bracelet. It is quite different decorations on the top, but I'm going to leave this, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do with the ends. So I think let's stick to the one row for now, and then we can experiment further next time. So I'm going to fill the gaps. I like to fill the gaps between here, because just to cover it up. Now again, we can try a few different things. So because I have to do the same on both sides to keep that that gap, it has to be the same on two sides, otherwise it's going to become wonky. Let's try some size 11. We can try some size 8, and we perhaps try some crystal rondelles at the top to see which one's going to fit the best. So I'm going to add a size 11. I'm going to turn this around so we can't see the decoration on the top, so we're not going to get distracted by it. So I just pick up the one size 11, and I'm going to go through the next pearl. I'm going to run all the way down on the side. So let's repeat this.
Lorna's saying it's like colouring in with beads, build a frame of squares, and then colour into your own personal taste.
Yes. And then let's add 3 sections of this. I'm going to change to a size 8 seed beads and see what is that like. I'm just going to grab some more. I should have moved these things further down on my desk. I'm just grabbing them from my shelf. There's my size. It's actually the size 6 in there as well, but I think the size 6 will be definitely too big. So we just need a size 8. What have I got in size 8? That will work. I'm going to leave this down here. Right, so size 8. Few size 8s are coming out. I think perhaps what we need to do is to create a bundle of beads where we have all sorts of different sizes and different bits of pieces in the a similar color. Oh, I'm liking how the size 8 is filling up that gap already. So I'm going to add 3 of these. Actually, I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to do 4 on this one because I think this could work. The size 11 was pulling it too tight. So perhaps this.
And LJ's asking, could this be pattern be used for a necklace, or would it be too heavy as a necklace?
You can use it as a necklace, but for the necklace you would have to, you can do a V-shaped one, and I'll show you in a sec. You would just have to turn in the corner. So remember when we did this pendant, why am I showing up there? Remember when we did this pendant last week, and we right angle weave down, and then we had to turn in the corner? So that's what you would do with the pattern here, to turn on the corner to come back up, and it would be a lovely V-shaped necklace. Right, the next one I want to try is a crystal rondelle. So let me just grab, I got this one which is already open, so I'm going to use this color. Actually might go as nice with it. This is a creamy color I got here, so I'm going to pick up that and go through the next one. And what else can we try which is sort of similar size? Let's see. I think I like the crystals because it just gives even more of a sparkle to the edge. See, the size 11 is pulling in, that's too small. Size 8 is probably the right size. This one is the crystal. I like the crystal, because it gives you the extra sparkle in there. I think one more thing we could try is a 3mm glass pearl bead. So how would that look? Let's just have a look. I got a nice little strands here. Oh, in my half strand one perhaps. Bear with me 1 second. So I got a similar color for you. Alright, let's get this box out. I'm gonna have to go back and tidy up my craft room after this. I could put everything everywhere here. Let's go with a color. That one will do. This one was at the top. I think that will show up so we can see. I got a blue, but I'm not going to add a blue in there. So let's try the pearl. How would the pearl look in there? But then we might be too much pearl and pearl together. Lauren is saying she likes the rondos. Alyssa's saying the crystal might add sparkle, but on the mat, the pearl beads look rather elegant. Let's have a look. So we're just going to add a few pearls to the side and see what happens. Oh, I love this. This is what I love doing, and this is what you don't normally get to see, because obviously you have the kit already worked out, the kit already have, you know, everything is there and everything is done. And this is the playing around with different sizes and different bits and just sitting there and doing things. This is what you don't normally get. So now I'm adding a 3mm pearl in, and let's see how does that gonna pull or push our pattern. It might be alright actually, that one as well. So you could do all sorts of different things.
And Kitty,
Yeah.
if you were able to just bring your hand down and bits down a little bit, so you can use your glass to see visual pictures over it at the top.
Yeah. I'm going to get these beads out of the way, because our mat is rather filling up here.
And Lorna was also asking about what about the tiny spacer beads? Because they're coming lots of different shades to use.
Yeah, that could work as well, a 3mm perhaps, but let me just go back. So now I turned to the top and just take this down and I'll show you. We went all the way along. So we tried size 11, we tried size 8, we tried the crystal rondo, and now we're trying the 3mm pearls. I can, as I'm putting it down, I can see the best that the size 8 seed beads and the crystal rondos is the better size for my bracelet, because the 3mm pearl is slanting my bracelet upwards, so the gaps are not big enough to house. And as you can see at the top, when we turn around and we're going to try to force it in, then it will bring it back this way, but our bracelet might gonna start to pucker. So I think the right size is either the size 8 or the crystal rondos, the 2x3 crystal rondos. But let's turn around and complete this side, because unless you complete both sides with the same, so we're going to add the pearls up the top here, we're going to add the crystals up here, you're not going to see how it's going to sit nicely.
Jane asks, can you try 3 size 15 seed beads and make a peak?
Pico. Peak wedging, could do, but then we would have to come back and if you wanted to do that one, what you would need it to do is to add 2 seed beads first, and then come back with another row and add the third one between the two, and carry on, because otherwise if you just add 3, just going to be a little loop of seed beads, and you want sort of the middle one sitting at the top. But let's add our pearls and crystals and seed beads back on this side as well, so we can test this. I'm going to pull this nice and tight. Do let me know if this is what we're doing today, sort of playing and messing about, that if you find this is a good idea, or what would you like us to do, because I'm really excited about this. I think this is so good, because I want you to be able to design your own patterns and do your own things as well. And really, this is how I do it. And if we do it together, perhaps we could, I hope we can inspire you. And some things what I might like, you don't like, and some things what you like, I might not like, because we are all different. We prefer different things. Right, adding the crystal, and then I'm going to add the size 8. But playing around, that's how the magic happens, just playing and playing.
Can I just ask, no one was asking, using the pearl on the outer edge and the seed bead on the inner edge, would that give enough curve to make it into a necklace?
Right, so you could, let me just pop to the end. So you could add a smaller seed bead at the top and a larger seed bead of pearl at the bottom, but you're going to be pulling your pattern. So the curve, what you're going to be creating, even if you're doing that one, I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. So the pearls definitely don't work, because you can see it's puckering, it's around. The crystals or the size 8s, I think they're the ones what gonna work. But let me just get down to the bottom. So if you wanted to do a curve, then you would need to open up one side, and instead of adding just, when you're picking them up, we can try that, I guess, in another session. We can revisit and try it. So, as you can see, oh no, I wanted to do it very quickly, and I went wrong and added size 8 all the way. Right, just get this off, go back here, pull this back. Let's get those sizes up, because we need size 11s there. I just carried on.
Kitty, LJ is asking, would it be suitable for a 22-inch necklace, or would that be too much?
If I did a necklace in this one, I would do a V-shaped one, because let me just add this size 11s and I talk you through it. Because if you wanted a natural curve, the bottom of you creating like a ribbon like necklace here with a structure of a right angle with pearls underneath it. Now there is not enough give and take in a single row that it will curve up nicely. And now we filled it with beads, we can't sort of just put it down and try it. So you would have to have, right, let's have a look. Pull this up nice and tight. Right, size 11s won't work because they're curving, they're puckering. Size 3mm pearls don't work because they're puckering the end as well. The middle is quite nice, so either the size 8 seed beads or the crystals work perfectly put there. Now, what Lorna was asking, is that if you wanted to turn this into a necklace, so one side is going to have to be shorter and the other side is have to be larger because we are trying to curve this. And just by adding size 11 on one side and let's say size 8 or larger bead on the other side, will curve your necklace slightly, but I don't think it's going to give you enough curve to be able to wear it as a necklace. So I would do this as a V shape, and by V shape what I mean, where is this bracelet? Once I come down, and you're going to need quite a few strands for a V shape once, or you can still do it with a bundle because you can do it graduated, so the bottom of it can be the darker one. I didn't even think about this one. Then the middle section can be a lighter pearl, and the top section again can be a different color as well, but you would have to work it out. You would have to split your materials into two so you got exactly the same amount on both sides. So for a necklace, I would come down on one side. If I'm doing 3 different colors, I would probably do, maybe this is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. There's 16 sections on this side, so I would probably do 8 sections of each colors when I get down to right to the middle point of my necklace. And what I would do is turn and go back up in a V shape just like that. So ignore the loop at the end, you turn the direction. So remember, we always go through a couple of beads to be able to add further beads. But when I get down to the bottom of my, the very bottom of my necklace, where I'm going to turn that weave, I would go to 1, 2, or 3 glass pearls and then continue weave all the way up there. Again, would do like 7 of the color 3, 8 of the color 2, and 8 of the color 1, and that would come into a really nice V shape. And you keep your ends straight with either using the crystals or using the size 8 glass beads, and I think that's going to look really great. Let me just get rid of some of these threads because we've got so much going on this mat that so much to see. If I get time this week, I'm doing so much, and so much things are going on in the house as well, and got things I really must sort out and cannot put you on any longer. But if I get some time this weekend, I have a little go and I pop a picture up for you because I think that would look great in a V shape, using, doing a right angle weave, and then adding, I would add the crystals as the spaces just to have that nice sparkle there, I guess. And I think I know that the pearl look nice at the top, but I like the crystals, and I like the crystals with the size 15s and what we changed on then. So I might could go for that one to add a decoration on the top. But all you can do is to make a little, and Teresa's saying yes, you could do a choker as well. Or you can make to do a little tester piece and test what you're putting on the top and how is it going to look. It's just playing, just sit down and playing. And if you, whatever you make, if you don't like it, just cut it up. Thread is really cheap, especially super long thread, 125. You get like, I think 72 yards, which is like 65 meters or something like that. Do correct me if I'm wrong. Cut it up, throw the thread away, put a new piece in your needle, and off you go. You can play again and again. Working with larger beads, so your pattern will grow quite quickly and easily. And you could do multiple different things. Now it's gone 11 o'clock, so I'm gonna have to run. But we can come back next week and try, have a go and do get the bundle, because the bundle is really good value on the website. And let me just quickly have a show you. So what we did today, we just thrown a lot of different bits of pieces into this category, what we are using and what we are trying. So you got the Facebook tutorials in the categories or on the left hand side, or if you go to, I always forget to tell you, and Simon tells me every single day, on the front of the website we added a button now for the Facebook tutorial. So if you click on that, it will take you exactly where you need to be. Creation station today, I'm going in. So we just added bundles of bits, because bundles are really good value for you. We always have a great offer on them. Simon always gives us a great offer on them. So I just added bundles of bits in there. What we've been using today, the rice per bundle, instead of 26.50, you get it for 16.99. We got a 6.8 meter glass per bundle. I'm not sure. We haven't tested that. I wanted to test those on the top, but we didn't get to that. Running out of time. You got size 11 seed bits here. You got other bits and pieces. I'm not sure why the pearls are there separately as well, so you could pick your own colors if you want to. And there is a rainbow 4mm crystal bicycle bundle as well. Again, that should be £25, 14.99 today. If you're just wanting to add a few different bits and pieces. But what I'm gonna do, I am gonna go and actually let me turn you up to me. Let's change the camera. Yeah, help. I'm gonna go and have a little play with all the different bits and pieces what we tried today, and come up with one. Come up with something. Use them all together, and I will finish one with my favorite, the crystals and the bicons with the size 15 beads. So I'm gonna finish a bracelet like that, and I'm gonna put some pictures up for you to see. Now, anything you oh, Betty's saying she was trying to scroll down on the screen as I was showing you all the different. Betty, I do that all the time. Don't worry, I'm exactly like that. I'm watching a YouTube video and I'm trying to press on the button and I'm thinking, why is it not working? So I'm like that. So what I do, I go and try different bits and pieces. Do get the bundle if you can, and we will back next Thursday. I think is me down for next Thursday, because we've been swapping some dates around with Sarah. As her workload is getting more and more now, because she's working with Craft Buddy as well. So we've been swapping some dates around, but I think it will be next Thursday, and we will pick it back up next Thursday where we left off today, and we will try different bits and pieces. So I'm going to go away and have a little go. We might go back and try it with the larger crystals again, with a triple strand. And what I haven't showed you today at all is the little, again, a beaded bead to use as a clasp, but this one is quite flat. So more like a saucer shape, and how you can create that. So we'll do that next Thursday. If you can, do get your bundle or get some glass pearls, because then we can make together next Thursday, and that, I think that would be great. So do take care. If you've got any more questions, I will keep an eye on it and see. If you can help me out on Sunday, I would be really grateful. Do private message me on my Facebook page, which is Kitty Robinson Design, and then I can send you a link. I'm just trying out different bits of pieces, and what we can do, and how we can get you more involved in the lives, and how we can get people more involved in different things of pieces with little communities, and I've got all sorts of ideas, but I need a few volunteers for testing. So thank you very much for watching me. I'll be back tomorrow. So tomorrow, again, it's going to be an informational Facebook Live. I'll be back in the warehouse. And, we started the findings aisle last week. and there's 6 bays in an aisle. And I thought we're going to get them all done and done in one day. So we're going to be back with the findings tomorrow. And hopefully it's going to be a nice and educational one for you to see all the different bits of pieces. That's what we're going to be doing tomorrow. Saturday, I got Christopher with me, and we're going to be showing you Lady Rivoli. So we're launching Lady Rivoli on the website on Saturday, so do watch out at that one. Christopher is really excited about it. He had a little tantrum last night because he said that, how dare I launched Lady Rivoli on TV, because we launched it TV first, and he wasn't able to show you, so we didn't have the Facebook Live first. And then we had to sit down and have a little conversation with him. But bless him. So he will be here on Saturday, and we're gonna show it together. And he said, well, I can do all of the things, but I'm not quite good with the skirt. So can you show the skirt to them how to do it? And we'll do. So that's not a problem at all. We will do it together on Saturday. And Sunday it's me again, but I'm quite not sure. I haven't got my diary in front of me what we're doing. So that's the rest of the week for you. Do take care. Have a lovely day. Keep on crafting. Check out all the bundles we have in the section today. Do get some pros in, because we'll be picking this back up next Thursday and taking the design further. I just really want you to take on this design journey with this creation station, that you can see things, how they evolve, and you can get involving what we can do. So do take care. Have a lovely day. Stay on crafting, keep on beading, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.